Hi basses! Today we are going to do an open string warm-up, which is exactly what it sounds like, playing our open strings in a format called I play, you play, which is also exactly how it sounds. It means I'm going to play a note or a string, and then you are going to play it right back to me. And I'm going to turn on my trusty metronome to 80 so that we can stay together. But before we do that, we need to have a quick posture check. Okay, we've already learned how to do this, but let's just review. I'm on my stool. My booty is on the front edge of my stool. I've got my right leg down on the floor to support the side of my bass. And I've got my knee up on the bar so that the back of my bass can rest against my knee. Okay, so I don't have it. I don't have my bass too far up. I don't have it too far down. It's not turned in, anything crazy like that. It's more just straight on our body. Okay, and we're going to use our pluckers, our finger pluckers, to pluck our open string. We're not doing anything with our left hand right now, so you can just let your left hand rest on the upper bout of your bass, and you don't even have to worry about it. Okay, to pluck the strings, because these strings are so fat, we have to use two fingers. Okay, so these two fingers, my first and second finger, are going to glue together, and I'm going to use my thumb as the anchor. Okay, so I am anchoring my thumb on the side of my fingerboard. Okay, oh, my back is nice and straight and tall. I don't think I said that. Okay, so I've got my thumb anchored on the side of the fingerboard, and I'm going to take these two fingers and rest them on the A string. Okay, we've already gone over which strings are the open strings, so hopefully you know which one you're working with. That is not the fattest string, not the lowest string. It's right next door to it. Okay, so we're just going to pluck open strings. I play, you play, and when you pluck, you want a big round sound. You can see how my string is kind of wiggling in the video, right? So my goal is to fill the orchestra room with the sound of my bass, okay? Now, don't get overly excited and pull it so hard that it snaps against the fingerboard. That's not a good sound. That's not what we're looking for, okay? I'm also using the pads of my fingers and not my fingernails. That's really important. Use your fingers, the pads of your fingers, and not your fingernails. Your fingers will get sore, but that's okay. All you're doing is you are building calluses. Okay, that's another reason that we don't want to snap the string too hard, because if you get a blister and it bleeds, then you're going to bleed all of your bass, and that's not cool. Okay, so just use the pads of your fingers, get a nice round sound without snapping the string against the fingerboard. Okay, so again, I'm going to check my posture. I'm going to turn on my metronome. Okay, so I play first and then you play. Okay, I got my posture set and I'm starting on the A string. Here I go. A, 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 A. That's okay, let's do it again. Your turn and A, big sound. A, big round sound. Don't snap. Make sure you're using both fingers, keeping your back nice and straight and tall and your feet planted in the right spot. You can tap your toe along with the metronome if that helps. One more time. Good. That's your A string. Easy enough, right? Now I'm going to move over to my D string. My D string is skinnier. It's next door, and it is next door to my A string. Okay, so I'm going towards the G string, towards the higher end of the strings, not the lower, the fatter strings. Okay, now I'm going to move on to my D string. Ready? I play first. Your turn. D, D, D. Yours should sound like mine. Make sure you're on the correct string. D, 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 D. Big sound. D, D, using the pads of your fingers. Keeping that back nice and straight and tall. D, D, again, and me. Now you, D, 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 a couple more times. D, big sound. Good. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, that's it. There's your D string, okay? Your finger's getting a little sore yet. That's okay. Take a second, shake your hand out, Remember, reset that posture, get your back nice and straight and tall. It's easy as we play the bass to sort of like hunch over and turn so that we can see what's going on, but we don't want to do that, okay? We're just going to trust that our hand knows the right spot to go. And notice how my hand is now reaching all the way over to my G. String is the farthest away from my hand, okay? But I still have that thumb planted nice and solid on the side of the fingerboard. Here's G, me first. Now U, G, 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 G. This is the skinniest string one, not the fattest string. I think the video might be backwards on your end, so make sure you're playing the right string. G, G, G again. Careful not to let the string snap against the fingerboard. Again, 2, 3. Notice where my finger placement is. Again, 2, 3, 4. Last time, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. As far as your placement goes, notice I'm not way up here or up here. I'm down closer to the edge of the fingerboard, not in this open space, but just right at the edge of the fingerboard, okay? So careful, check yourself and make sure you're not way up here, that you're plucking down here, okay? All right, last string is the E string. It is the fattest string. Whoa, like rattles the floor. So when you play the E string, you should sort of like feel this vibrating in your body. You can feel it. Yes, and this right here, this is why you chose to play the bass, because it has that big, deep sound, and we love that. Okay, so here's E string, still have that thumb planted on the edge. I'm down towards the edge of the fingerboard, not way up here. I play my turn first. This is the fattest string. Your turn. Yeah, big sound. Even bigger, big sound on your bass. E, 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 E. E, one more time, and that's it. Good job, basses. We will continue to do this when I see you in our next live Zoom, and then we have other things to continue doing also. So good job today, and we'll see you next time.